you. Oh, thanks for bumping into me. Listen, I've told you before, be careful where you drive. It's a scary world out there. But I'm glad you managed to get here safely. Listen, it's also a scary in here place as well because it's Halloween. And welcome to the rather spooky-looking Gfinity Arena, home, of course, to the Elite Series. Week 4 of Rocket League has been tricking and treating us through 3 matches already. So who's been ghost busting and who's been having nightmares? It's gonna be you, isn't it? We are ready for a little bit of Rocket League.
Cine doubles the lead at the other end.
Magnus is able to come in. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, get yourselves hyped, get yourselves ready.
We are in for a trick or treat. So here you have it then, week 4. These are the results so far. Team Infused getting no points against Endpoint. Method being victorious against Epsilon. And then moments ago, we had Excel taking on Prophecy, and Prophecy undefeated. So here's how everything stands at the moment, with Prophecy looking very pretty at the top of the table. And then Reason in second place. I've got a match right now against Envy. Can they keep the pressure on Prophecy? Now, I will be joined by 2 experts, like a pirate? Yeah, Johnny Boy, pirate, and Shogun as well. So Shogun and I am delighted to say they're going to be joining me throughout. So let's take a little walk down here, gentlemen. We've got nice dry ice and everything. Be careful you don't slip. Yeah. Now, this is a terrible twosome, a devilish duo. No, seriously, they really do frighten me, these 2 gentlemen. So it's going to be exciting. And simply, it wouldn't be Rocket League if we weren't also joined by my lovely, delightful co-host, Ariel Free.
I am on to you, Tom. I don't quite trust you being so nice to me. What's happened? Now, you might have saw Pumpkin there, and Wednesday back in the day would have carried pumpkins. But Wednesday in 2017 carries iPads. And on those iPads, she has the results of today's Twitter poll. Now, earlier we were asking you, who do you think is going to win this match today? Is it going to be Reason? Is it going to be Envy? Now, if you'd asked this in season 1, well, we all would have said Envy without a doubt. But Reason this season are a force to be reckoned with. And I can reveal that today's winners of our poll between Envy and Reason is 69% to Team Envy. Now, they did get a lot of votes, Reason Gaming, but still Envy are the #1 player's choice over on our Twitter page. If you want to get involved with our Twitter, it's at Gfinity. Use the hashtag Elite Series. I think it's all to play for Reason and Envy today.
Oh, I'm over here, guys. Now, listen, Envious's season can be best described so far as a horror show. 1 win in 3 is not good enough for the lineup of talent they have, some of the best in Europe. Now, should their opposition today see this as no threat, should they have no fear, or should they still be frightened of this lineup?
My name is Rasmus Julfries, and my in-game name is Frizz.
My name is Alexander Mutan, and my in-game name is Maut.
My name is Oliver Winter Simonsen, and we play Rocket League for Team Envyus.
We've been staying this week in the house in Team Envyus house. This is the first time we played all together in scrims for a long time.
Because of school, and I have university, and then his sleep schedule is a bit weird. It's hard to coordinate when to play. So this week we could stay at the house and really practice well. With such a fast-paced game, I feel like communication is really important. Because if we end up out of position, and that proves a goal for the opponent, always, all the time.
Our improvement this week was mostly on the communication and try to have positive vibes when we play, even though we're not playing the best that we could. If we don't have the momentum, we don't talk as much as we should.
We get a bit silent maybe in the comms, and then we double commit for stuff, and then yeah, it all goes down in a bad spiral there, and just keeps repeating. Yeah.
It's a slippery slope.
Yeah. the key for Endpoint winning Season 1 of Gfinity was communication.
Yeah, and also out of the game, they're really good friends, which I think also helps because they go into the game like being really happy and having fun.
This is basically just getting closer together as friends and teammates, and just having more fun playing, basically. The more fun we have, the better we play.
So there you have it. Those are the Envy boys. I felt really harsh standing behind them, saying their season so far has been a horror show. But do you know what? The exciting thing is, and the positive is, you're Dracula.
I am.
Yeah.
That is a huge positive.
Yeah. Okay. There's a huge positive to take on that. Let's talk about that Envy lineup. They've got talent there. Why has it not been clicking for them so far this season?
It took them a while last season to really, find any form, and they didn't, in fact, make the playoffs. They just missed out by a single point. So an inconsistent roster since they have entered the Elite Series. And they've got a newcomer today, Frag, who he's not a newcomer to the Elite Series, played last season with Reason, who were at bottom of the standings. But, coming in with Envy today, hopefully he'll be able to boost maybe their stage presence. That's hopefully something he can bring. Just give them, a bit more confidence, a bit more of a loud and, team-spirited nature on stage.
Indeed. Now, I remember that, if I can remember all that many moons ago. Yes, that Frag got that first win for Reason.
Did,
How everything has changed. Let's go, baby! Will he be cheering today? Because that lineup for Reason, what a different team.
I've just been shocked. I really have. I mean, you see a lot of these names online, you play against them, you just go, okay, maybe they could do it, but you're never quite sure about it. I thought this Reason game would be better than last season's. I mean, it was going to be hard not to be, but this team is above and beyond everything we expected. It's just one of those cases of you can't predict it. It just happens. You all come together, you play, and it clicks. And they've got to be looking at each other right now and just going, okay, can we stay together forever? Because this is working for them. And I don't know what it is for them. It's just very basic Rocket League done well.
Done well. Basic, good food, but done well.
Well done.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I mean, this is from last week. Epic scenes, 3 wins out of 3. I mean, unbelievable scenes from them. But they have got that in the locker. They're just doing Rocket League as it should be done and doing it well. So, I mean, Envy, what can they do to stop Reason winning?
Oh, well, it's a very good question. I mean, when you're going up against a team who have just beaten Endpoint, last season's champions, and then Excel, who, up until today, we might have expected them to be one of the favourites, but they're falling maybe a little bit short. But don't want to take anything away from Reason. They were the ones who started Excel's decline, as they did start off with 2 wins. Now they've got 2 losses thanks to these guys.
Indeed. Well, let's see if there's any nerves on the players' faces, because I'm about to welcome out for Reason Gaming, Rix Ronde, Burrito B, and Tigry, and for Envy, Malt, Frag, and Waffle. If you were going to join their team for a second there, Frag. It was like last year. Listen, the players are ready. We've got Reason to my right. We've got Envy to my left. We're going to take a quick break right now. When we come back, we will have the thriller that is Reason versus Envy. Don't go anywhere.
The kickoff occurs at the start of every Rocket League match, or after any goal is scored in the game. Pro teams will have varying strategies from the kickoff, designed to gain possession of the ball for their squad. Communication is vital on kickoffs to prevent a team overcommitting. These mistakes can lead to immediate goals from the kickoff, putting a team at a huge disadvantage. Goals from the kickoff are still a common sight in Rocket League, however, so look out for teams to take advantage of these positions to drag themselves back into games.
Thank you very much. Welcome back to the Gfinity Arena. We're about to have match 4 of week 4. Now, as you can see behind me, you've got the Envyus boys, Envy, sort of warming up at the moment. Now, normally I get my analysts to predict who they think is going to win. They've got no one there. Where are they? Oh, they must be over here. I tell you what, Captain Birdseye himself is a bit fishy over here. Both of you have decided to choose Reason. Tell me more, gentlemen, why?
Well, last season for Reason was just, rough seas, but they've shored up on their weaknesses, they've patched up on all the defensive blunders, and I think this is going to be, the 4-0 dream so that their season is hoping to continue on with.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with Johnny Depp perception over here. But mostly because of this man right here. Let me just present to you Duck Moriarty. He is my boy. He is something very new in the Rocket League scene. See, he's all nervous about it, but he's being modest. He's very new. We're not used to having coaches behind it, and I'm very curious to see how this works out. You can see his teammates here just going, it's us. What's he do? But I think he's going to be a difference maker. OK, well, there you go. Thank you very much. And like you said, family, like blood, hey, Drac? Like blood, family thicker than water, Mine was
blood?
better.
OK, cool. His
bleeding out,
was
boys.
better. OK, fair enough. Well, best of luck with your predictions. I'm going to throw down to Onset and Gregan, who are down there right now. Gentlemen, do you agree with Shogun here?
For once in my life, yeah, I am going to agree with him. I think that he's made a good decision there. I think that Reason have looked very solid so far, Gregan. They're currently 3-0. Can they make it 4-0 and match what we've seen earlier today?
I definitely think so. I should probably take this off. It's
this is Gregan, by the way. Just let
Hi,
him know.
everyone. Yeah, that was a great reason as to why they picked Reason. But I'm going to stop there and say Duck Moriarty is very useful. But if you've got someone in your team who can do that same effect, the hype man, then that can be just as effective. And I think Frag, coming in this week, was the hype man for Reason last season. Can he do it for Envy today?
So who are you going with? You going to Envy or Reason?
I think Reason is still going to win.
You said, OK. I don't want to put you on the spot there. I thought you were just going to go... You were going to side with Envy a little bit there, but you're going to go with Reason, I'll give you that. So, Frag, I'm excited to see this guy back on the Elite Series. He was one of the highlights of last season when Reason finally got their first win. He was giving it the fist bump. He was giving it all of these ones. But I'm going to see if he can make the difference here. I'm really looking forward to getting into this series. Can Reason get into this? I want to find out if the guys in the crowd, the guys and the girls, everyone in the crowd, can Reason win this one? Are we going to see a 4-0 or are we going to see Envy get back into this one? Gregan, who do you want to start this one off? Who do we have to keep an eye on in this?
I think we should watch out for Envy because they've been in their team house this week practicing together. Will they come into it? Game 1 will be starting now. Envy versus Reason Gaming. Here we go.
Here we go indeed. And early job for Burrito B to do there just to clear that one away. Of course, Reason will be playing in the blue. Envy will be in the orange. So we see Rix Ronde managing to get in a block in early. And now we've talked about Reason a little bit on the desk before this game kicked off, Greg, in such an unpredictable playstyle. They just come out flying at you from all angles. Do you think it's a deliberate ploy, or do you think it's just something that just happens naturally to these guys?
So these players form through the 2v2 version of the game, which is very aggressive. You're constantly pressuring your opponent, and that's where they cut down a lot of space and where they're so strong at keeping pressure on. Even when they're low on boost, they'll still cut down angles for their opposition.
Good Tigray. Clears this ball away here for Reason. Upfield, Waffle's going to have some work to do, but Burrito B still's in. Mount's going to be back, though. It's the clear into the midfield. Rich Ronde just going to pop that one back, allows his team just to buy him a little bit of time. But it's going to be the first goal of the game because Rich Ronde follows up. Scores the first one of the game, and Reason Gaming got one.
Last week's MVP, Rix Ronde coming in, just getting a little bit higher than Mountain Frag there to pop it in. And you can see Duck Moriarty in action there behind Rix. Even if Rix is laughing at how silly Duck Moriarty can go, that's enough to relax you on stage. And these boys have been playing very well under this environment.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about that a little bit, because it was one of those moments where, you know when Shogun's desperately trying to pretend he has a friend, but in the meantime, Tigray is going to put Reason into a 2-goal lead there. While I'm going off on tangents, Reason Gaming are scoring goals, and it is the man himself, Tigray. Lovely pass off that backboard, followed up, put into the back of the net, and Reason, just like that, Greg, are up by 2.
great pass by Rixronde. Saw Waffle on the goal line. Instead of shooting it towards the net, sent it high. And Tigray comes in, booms it towards the net. These guys are all very talented mechanically. They know how to use their car in a Rocket League environment, and it comes out in situations like that where they're so consistent at shooting the ball.
Reason going to be putting the pressure on again. Did not the start that Envy needed. Just a reminder for those who might be watching for the first time, Reason Gaming are currently undefeated in the Elite Series, as we currently have them standing at 3-0. Demo does come in from Rixronde, some aggressive plays then coming out from Reason. Mount's going to be doing some defensive work on that backboard at the moment. Another demo comes in. These players are angry, going, and I know it's Halloween, but they're not holding back.
No, the demos are so effective now in the game because it's a little bit easier to get a demo with the newest update. But the reason why it's so effective is you don't know which side they're going to spawn. If they spawn on the same side as the majority of their team, they'll find it very tough to find boost. They'll be out of position.
Oh, boy!
And there we go. The Dabbing Reaper comes through. Thank you, Burrito B.
And that is Burrito B as Rixronde sends that one off the roof. He follows it up, finds that bottom left-hand corner, just managing to evade Waffle, who was doing his best to keep that one out. But Reason Gaming, a 3 on the board already for them. Envyus are staring down the barrel already of a Game 1 loss.
The dangerous thing about Reason is every one of them can do everything. All of them have scored now. All of them have been part of the assisting of this team, and they've all been playing very well in defense. Not a single one of them is a weak link, and that is why they've been so effective this season.
Such a turnaround from last season, of course. A different roster, but now producing results for Reason Gaming, which is exactly what they need in the Elite Series overall as well, not just in Rocket League. Tigray, oh, an important touch for him, as we saw Mount looking to gobble up any opportunities that might have fallen his way. If he didn't get that touch, it would have been easy pickings there for Mount. Tigray does dribble past one, pops it past one, looking inside as well. Can he find the pass? No, Waffle's going to be back doing what he does best. And sweeping up for Envy. Now Waffle trying to turn defense into attack, but Tigray is going to be back. Burrito B now, using that side wall. Frag with a long clear upfield. Rixronde now plays it back into the middle of the field. Waffle's going to win that one though for Envy. And now Mount's going to send this one forward towards that Reason Gaming goal. They are down by 3 goals already, Greg, and just under 2 minutes left on the clock. You feel like Envy needs to get on the scoreboard pretty quickly if they want to get back into this one.
Yeah, this is the point where they have to start accelerating. Even if they concede another goal now, that's fine because they have to give it a try. And this is a prime opportunity off that backboard, not able to finish it. Reason coming in, smothering any shot that goes in Envy favor. Yeah, you may as well overcommit. Nothing to lose.
Rixronde now, trying to fake out a player, but Mount wise that one. Burrito B just comes bulldozing in. Tigray trying to get that one up, pushes it back off the backboard. Trying to see if any players for Reason were looking to follow that one up with a shot on goal. Rixronde once again using that backboard, and so difficult to defend those passes off the backboard for Team Envyus, but they've done a good job here. Although they, of course, are down by 3 goals.
Oh, the
demo comes in. Burrito B's going to have an opportunity. He just pops it over the player, and Mount can't keep it out. Burrito B going to get the 4th on the board here for Reason Gaming. Envy 1-0 down in the series, you have to say at this point, Gregan.
It's looking bleak. You saw Mount there going towards the challenge, expecting if it went over the top of him, it's fine. He had a teammate behind him. Burrito B takes out that teammate. Then Mount is out of position. That ball is in the middle. Mount has got a very tough job to recover there once Burrito B does. And because they do everything so fast, Reason are always recovering that 1 step ahead of this Envy team. And this is a beautiful performance so far by Reason. They want to continue this.
Oh, what a pass.
Oh, so dangerous in every area of the pitch.
What a pass across the Tigray there. Couldn't quite find the finish to finish off. A beautiful move coming in from Reason. Good to see those passing plays coming out of them. Always shows a confidence in the team when they're looking for each other, looking to keep possession of that ball. Frag does will drop this one down dangerously though, but Burrito B is going to be there just to push that one towards the corner. 30 seconds left on the clock. Just a case now of Envy just playing for anything, and Mount does manage to get one back on the board for Envy, and that's what they need at the end of this game. Just a little confidence boost as they're probably looking ahead to that game number 2.
Exactly. Frag just lofting that ball in the goal area, knowing that this Reason team was low on boost at that moment. Mount knows his opposition can't get above that ball because he doesn't have enough boost to, so flies high, dunks him down into the net. So a good read by Mount, but yes, a little bit too late for them to come back into this game, but it will give them confidence going forward. Or is it?
I think it might be. We're into the last 10 seconds right now. I hate to give a game away before the game is officially over, but with 5 seconds left on the clock and 3 goals to score, it's mathematically impossible That ball will touch the floor, and Reason Gaming will take the lead in the series.
You never know with Rocket League. Those final moments, as long as you can get it so there's 1 goal left and 0 seconds on the clock, there's always a chance. But yes, it was a little bit out of their control with 3 goals to get in those final moments. But yeah, that's a good confidence booster at the end. And if you look at those shots, Envy seem to be matching the shots of their opposition. And that is a good sign for them. You want to be around a similar level because it shows your offensive pressure has been equal, but it was just the quality of the shots from Reason, the better of them, winning that game for them. Just look at these, so clean.
Yeah, I was going to say, the opportunities that were created by Reason in comparison to some of those shots that we saw coming in from Envy were pretty much night and day. We saw a lot of clear-cut opportunities, even Envy being forced into saves. A lovely finish from Mal here, though, to get that confidence back into Envy as we do head into this game number 2. Let's talk a little bit about Team Envyus. A little bit of an up and down start so far this season. They've had a loss, a win, a loss. Not the greatest start in this series, but what players are you looking to step up on this Envyus lineup as they head into game number 2?
So Mount has always been a very good player. He's stood out in the past at LAN events in the UK, and he came into this Elite Series, and I thought he might really excel when playing on the stage and improve week by week. We are going into game 2, but yes, Mount, if he steps up,
the kickoff!
Oh, Burrito B, you said earlier on in the A to Z of Rocket League, kickoff goals still occur, and this is an example of it there, Burrito B.
Ball pops up into the air, Burrito B takes no prisoners, comes bulldozing through Envyus just to apply the finish. You can't see him on screen right now, but Gregan is whipping out the dab.
My brother, my Dab and Reaper brother.
Reason Gaming go up by 1, but Envy looking to answer back straight away. Mal with a shot, but Tigray with a great save just to keep that 1 goal advantage here, but on the breakaways, Burrito B is looking for the shot, but Frag reads that one nicely. Tigray looking to keep this one active in the Envy side of the pitch. Burrito B with that Batmobile looking to get a second touch on that, using all of the surface area of that car to try and block off that long clearance. Tigray is going to get the long clearance, though. Burrito B goes flying through the air. Rix Runde touches this one back. Mount with an important touch defensively there for Envyus. Another start you needed for Envy here, Gregan. Lost that first game, obviously, but Tigray and Burrito B putting the pressure on, but Envy going down 1-0 in this game. It's just an uphill battle from the start.
It's very frustrating conceding a kickoff goal because it always goes in far too easily. And you never want a team to get a free goal. You want to make them work for it. If a team grinds you down for a minute and ends up scoring, you go, fair enough, your pressure has been put on. Shots like that shouldn't be goals because these teams are able to defend. It's a great example. Envy showing that you can't just score easy goals. But if they keep this up, they might eventually find a gap.
Mount with no boost at the moment. Burrito B is going to push this one towards that Envy goal. Another shot comes in here, and yes, Tigray.
That's the gap.
That's what we were talking about, Greg, and the consistent pressure, creating that opportunity, and a fantastic finish coming in from Tigray as he puts Reason up by 2.
Mount had no boost, decided to boost to the far corner, hoping that we'd have a small window of opportunity to get that 100 boost. That would be vital for them to clear it out. But just in that period of time, his teammate Frag pushes up to try and challenge the ball, but is unable to stop the shot coming in from Tigray. And as a consequence, they concede again. But that is the pressure you need. At this level of Rocket League, you will not score on easy opportunities. You have to apply regular pressure, keep those shots coming in, gradually grind down the resources of your opposition, and a goal will elapse as we see Reason now 2 goals up, looking very strong.
You have to say that Reason as well, just controlling the pace of this game. They've had so much possession of that ball as well. If you can manage to keep possession of that ball in Rocket League, it's so vital. So we do see a double commit coming in here from Reason, which might create an opportunity as Mount pops that one back, but Tigray has managed to get back. Now we're going to see the ball off that backboard. Rix Runde does get a touch on it, but Waffle's going to have an opportunity, but Burrito B steals in like a ghost in the night to take that one off of his wheels. As we see a little bit of a whiff come in there from a Reason Gaming player. A couple of little mistakes creeping in here from Reason, but Envy cannot create any opportunities from it. They are going to be still trying to push that ball towards the Reason Gaming side of the pitch. We're going to take this one towards the corner. Long clearance comes in. Frag manages to get a touch. That's going to keep the pressure on here for Envyus, but not a lot of cohesion I'm seeing here from Envy at the moment. Seems like they're just trying to get those long clears and then maybe pick up some of those scraps. Mount going to pass this one out to Frag. He's looking to pass this one infield to a teammate, but Tigray actually manages to steal in Rix Runde. Trying to create something, and here comes Burrito B. What a finish right into the top corner from Burrito B. Reason Gaming up by 3, and it's looking like the same pattern that we saw in that game 1, Gregan. Envy find themselves down by 3.
What a strike, just finding that top corner, so much power. He's so happy when he's on stage. We have actually seen a dab from him in the past, and he's got that dabbing. I'm sorry, I hate to talk about dabs, because up to this day, I despise them. And then suddenly...
Don't lie to the people, Greg.
No, I genuinely hate dabbing. But, you know, part of Halloween is you've got to put yourself out of your comfort zone, and to me, that's dabbing.
Well, one team that are out of their comfort zone at the moment is Envyus. Down by 3, down by 1 in the series as well. Mount trying to put some pressure on that Envy goal, but it just seems like
that's a
Reason have looked so comfortable at the moment. Waffle, he's going to be back. Known for his defensive play for Envy, but we have questioned his offensive abilities and his abilities to sometimes get on that score sheet when they've needed to. Rich Ronde, he's going to be lurking out wide, looking for this pass for Burrito B. Here goes Rich Ronde. Tries to play it back down off the roof. Tigray tries to pass that one out to a teammate. Does complete that pass as well. Burrito B might have an opportunity, but Waffle does get the block in once again.
It was those kind of passes from Tigray. Oh, frag with the doink just going high. But yeah, those kind of passes, Tigray just touching it to the side, knowing that his teammate Burrito B would have been first to the ball. They're the kind of passes that are the difference between top teams and teams like Envy right now. They're just forcing the ball up into the opposition half and hoping their teammate collects it, whereas you need to just kind of touch it near a fellow player and allow them to have a bit of space and control over that ball.
45 seconds left on the game clock. Envy, 2 players had an opportunity there to convert that ball as it came back down off the roof, but couldn't quite connect. Here comes another play, though. It's going to be Frag.
Nice.
Who does get a goal on the board for Envy, and a nice play we're seeing there from Envy. The first time we've really seen them string something together. Impressive.
Yeah, you can see Burrito B did not look comfortable there. I don't think he had any boost to his name at all, and Frag comes in with 100, just powerfully hits that down to the bottom corner. He wants to win this game. This is his old team. He wants to prove that by going to Envy, he made the right decision, because right now, Reason are looking so strong. Envy have to step up to try and match this Reason quality.
Ball is going to be in that Reason game. Half a few whiffs coming in here, and Waffle steals in. Spooky Waffle sneaks into that back post to bring this game to within 1 goal now. Burrito B not looking too confident there, and maybe we're starting to see Reason get a little bit shaky towards the end of this game, down by just 1 goal now, Team Envyus. Can they do it? 20 seconds left on the clock. More than enough opportunity to send this one into overtime.
20 seconds plus those 0 seconds. They essentially have as much time as they need, as this is looking dangerous. A double commit there. Reason are looking rattled in these final moments as they all find themselves in front of the ball. It's going to be tough for Envy to work it down to the opposition half, but they need to try something now, otherwise game over.
Tigray, I couldn't convert at the back post. 1 second left on the clock. Can Envy pull off something miraculous here? Frag is desperately trying to keep the ball. Waffle can't quite convert, though. And it is going to be Reason who close out game number 2, despite the efforts of Envyus trying to send that one into overtime.
They really stepped it up at the end there. Envy just being so aggressive. And we spoke about the shots in the first game. That time, it's matched again. Envy looking very close to their opposition. Slightly less, but in the grand scheme of things, pretty even between these 2 teams. Reason just getting the slight better goal-to-shot ratio. But it was that kickoff goal that was the difference.
It was, and it's such a dent in the confidence, as we previously mentioned. To go into a game where you finished the previous one, yeah, you didn't have the best of games, but you got that goal on the board, you're feeling good, and then it's just taken away from you within 3 seconds of that game starting, game number 2. But you have to give credit to Envy here, Greg. They showed some heart in that game. They came back, they brought it to within 1 goal, and Waffle nearly pulled off some magic to send it to overtime in that last few seconds. But looking at the series overall so far, what do you feel the differences between these 2 teams, and where are Envy coming up short?
I think there's just something about Envy's rotations that sometimes leaves them a bit weak. So they tend to either overcommit, and so it means they're having to return back when they're defending, or they find themselves retreating too far as a team, which means Reason have a lot of space. And Reason are very hard to read as a team. They're very unpredictable with their touches, so all it takes is a few touches, draw a few players out, and then the pressure is all on them. And that's something Waffle unfortunately found himself doing last season, sometimes finding himself too far back. He got a lot of saves, but then it can lead to giving up pressure. But towards the end of that game, Envy really put the chokehold on. They kept him down in their half, and they said, we can shoot, we can keep pressure on.
And that's exactly what we've seen success come from so far in the Elite Series. Those teams who put the pressure on their opponents, but Reason are under a little bit of pressure at the moment because they want that perfect 4-0 start to the Elite Series. Can they pull it off? We will find out, but the first shot of the game is going to be Frag, and Frag puts Envy into the lead for the first time in one of these games of the series. The perfect start for Envy here as Frag arrives, as that ball hits the backboard. Power on the shot, too difficult for Tigray to get up to, and he's going to put Envyus up by 1.
Just putting it slightly behind Tigray on the line. And at the final moment, tipping his car down to maintain the height on that shot, making it just that little bit tougher to save. And the kickoff goal goes in favor of Envy this time. They get the 1-goal lead to start off the match. Will that help them be victorious at the end of the game? We will find out in the next 5 minutes, but Envy have looked so strong the last 2-3 minutes of gameplay.
They have. They've grown into the series, definitely, but you just wonder, have they given themselves too much to do as Waffle confidently takes that one back to Mount. Pass inside here. 2 players have to make contact with that ball, and they do. Tigray going to send that one back to Burrito B. Another pass out here to Tigray. Can't quite bring it down, however. Rich Ronde trying to steal away here, but Waffle, the wall of Waffle, as he's known in the Elite Series, manages to sweep up as the demo comes in here. Can't quite see through the smoke there if that player was going to be able to break away, but Rich Ronde now for Reason, trying to dribble past those players. We see a big whiff coming in there for one of those Reason Gaming players. Mount does get the long clearance upfield, but look at this. Reason managing to recycle that ball, keep it in their possession, but Mount hasn't given up this one. He's trying to keep the pressure onto Reason. That's why they've had some success in the last few minutes of these games.
Oh, what a shot, Tigray on the line. Good positioning by him, but yes, you're saying exactly what we want to see from Envy. Putting that pressure on, sending it into the gaps, especially the backboard, sending it around the corner. It's dangerous because you force potential mistakes out of Reason. You make him use some boost. And if you do enough of those in a row, you'll find yourself in a very strong position, as it has been all Envy the last minute here with pressure.
Waffle manages to squeeze that one into the roof there, sends it down in midfield. Rich Ronde is going to manage to just about get a toe end on that one. Waffle, though, manages to get the clear again. Another player has taken to the skies, however. Rich Ronde now trying to pop this one down towards that Envy goal. Now, I want to see Envy keep up what we saw and what's been effective for them so far at the end of the first game, the end of the second game, and the start of this one. They cannot afford to just soak up pressure, because pressure creates opportunities for the opposition. And now we're going to see, finally, Envy, a little bit of breathing room. They're putting the pressure back on that Reason Gaming goal, and it's going to be Frag.
No.
They're going to pass it off the backboard. Here comes Mount. He does manage to get the shot towards goal. Here comes Waffle, but he can't convert.
Yeah, Frag almost set himself up for the backboard touch. Needs to go slightly narrower so that he could find it himself, because he ran out of boost, but it's just so much better from Envy. They're looking to find each other with these touches, which is something we saw Reason doing in game 1. Oh, Burrito B slots that in, bottom right corner.
We're talking about Envyus, but Reason, no, they are just one game away from closing out the series. And look at this, Burrito B squeezes that one into that bottom corner. That was a tight squeeze.
It was. I don't know how he recognized that the bottom corner was the best place to shoot. Just at the final moment, caught a glimpse of the keeper, saw they were facing the other way, and put it behind them. So good by Burrito B, but it was a double commit on the backboard that led to leaving one in net, and that's never what you want to find yourself doing in defense. Double commits are risky.
Mount did have an opportunity to strike at goal there, but decided not to take it. Frag sends it back into the middle. Mount, you can see him take into the air. Waffle's going to have an opportunity here. Plays it back off the backboard, but Burrito B manages to get that ball clear here for Reason Gaming. Now we're going to see that opportunity here as Mount goes up for it, but Burrito B once again beats him to that 50-50. Reason doing a good job defensively at the moment, but it seems like since Envy got that first goal in the game, they went on the defensive ever so slightly. They tried to hold out that lead and allow Reason back into the game. Now we see Envy spark back into life.
Yeah, I've been noticing just a little bit Envy a bit tentative to go up for some balls because they're not quite sure of the read. You've just got to be confident, because if you misread it but go up early, you're better off than going up late and allowing Reason to intercept it. So sometimes not saying pre-jump, but preemptively judge where the ball is going. Just be a little bit quicker to knowing where that ball's going. Rix has got a free net.
Oh, big save from Waffle, though. Manages to keep the game tied up at 1-1 as we approach the final minute of game number 3. Frag's going to bring this one down. Burrito B's going to be chasing his tail. Comes in with the demo as well. Tigray trying to bring that one down. Does find his teammate Burrito B here, as we see 3 players in the corner here for Envy. Ball does get put down. Can they make the save? No, Rich Ronde is going to put Reason Gaming into the lead, 2-1. as we have 52 seconds left on the clock.
That all came from Tigre, touching it down to Burrito B, gets a huge clear, forces 2 players on Envy to be stuck in that corner, and it was Frag who accidentally centered that off of the ceiling for Rixronde to poach in off, but it's just that aggression from Reason, waiting for the mistouch and getting on that ball as soon as possible. That could be the game-winning goal.
2-1 now. Reason Gaming looking to get a perfect 4-0 start to the Elite Series. Just need to close out this game to do so. We have seen Envy almost pull off a comeback in that game number 2. Now's the time to go though, boys. The boys in blue need to step it up if they want to send this game into a game number 4. 30 seconds remaining on the clock. But all the pressure once again coming in from the Reason Gaming squad. As we see Rixronde once again winning that ball halfway up the pitch, keeping the pressure on. 2 players with that ball there from Envy towards goal, and Frag has to make a save, and this is what they cannot be affording to do at the moment. They don't want to be saving the ball. They need to get that ball up the other end of the pitch. As Tigre comes in, Waffles trying desperately to keep it alive. All they have to do is get this ball on the floor, and that is going to be it. Reason Gaming close out the series 3-0, and not only that, Gregan, they're looking perfect.
They're at the top of the leaderboard, joining Prophecy. I cannot wait to see them play Prophecy, but right now, they have just proven they can beat so many teams here at the Elite Series 3-0 against Envy. I spoke to Rix before this, and he said probably going to be 3-1. He respected Envy, but no, they come in here and put on a huge performance. Burrito B, goal after goal with the Dabbing Reaper, even more respect for him. Just beautiful performance from Reason.
Solid all-round gameplay from them as we see some of the highlights from that game at number 3. We thought that Envy were looking good at the start of it, did manage to get that early goal, but just couldn't cope with the relentless pressure that was coming in from Reason, and just clinical. We talked about it so much in the Elite Series. The teams that are taking those opportunities, Greg, and they're the ones who are coming out with the points.
Yeah, the mechanics from Reason are so pristine. They're always touching the ball how they want to, and they've got so much control over their cars, and it's just beautiful to watch when they're playing well. And Envy, on the other hand, they had moments of brilliance. Everyone loves Frag. Frag gives the best hugs, confirmed by every player.
They all went in for that hug. They know how special that man is.
But that must feel really bad for Frag, moving from Reason over to Envy and watching his old teammate, to see them play so well and look like the favourites for Gfinity Elite Series and have to play against them there. That must have been tough for him.
So who do you think, where do you think Reason stack up right now? They've had a very good start. Yes, we know that. They're sitting towards the top. Well, they are sitting at the top of the table. They haven't lost the game yet.
Yeah, 4-0 with Prophecy.
But how do you think the rest of their season is going to pan out? Can they keep this up? Or do you feel like they've got sterner tests to come?
I think Reason and Prophecy, one of them is going to make it to the final. I think both these teams on their day can outperform most of the teams in the Elite Series. But I feel like there's still a little bit of a worry that they could mess up because they're quite new to this whole experience. But I mean, Prophecy had last season to improve, but Reason, they're quite new to this stage in the environment. So I think Method are going to be up against one of Reason or Prophecy in the final.
I want to talk to you about one player who has impressed me so much, Gregan. Burrito B, new to the Elite Series, put in so many huge performances for his squad. What's making this player so good, and what is he bringing to this Reason team that seems to just elevated them to the next level?
He is very mechanically talented, hits the ball really hard, knows where to position to shoot it, and just keeps doing it consistently. That's all you need in Rocket League.
All right, then. Well, that is another win for Reason. They're looking perfect at the moment. Another person who's always looking perfect is Ariel, and she's with Reason.
Not today. I'm feeling rather frightful. And the boys weren't best pleased about those comments about, you know, you're new to this stage, because you just won that, fair and square.
Yeah, true. Nonsense.
I know. I need to come to you, Michael, because I was like, you're really rallying behind them. I was like, how would you describe them? They called you the powerhouse. Would you agree with that?
Not really. All I do is just stand behind them and make sure they keep performing at a top level and not have their heads drop.
It's worth. Do you think it? Do you think it works for you guys in this live environment? Yeah, like it really like keeps you going.
He's nuts.
What does he shout to you? Anything insulting or is it all uplifting?
Yeah, he just is really mean to me. And he says that he slaps me if I don't score.
It's turned into a whole different program. I'm coming to you guys. Does this mean you're feeling really confident now going into the next few games?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Who would you love to be up against in the playoff semi-finals?
I would like to play Method, the full roster, actually.
Ooh, everyone's like loving that Method line. Is it because they're like a force to be reckoned with?
Yeah.
And once you actually destroy them, then it's kind of like kudos, isn't it? Destroy is such a strong word. Well done, guys. I mean, I'm a little bit disappointed there's no Halloween outfits. What happened?
We were told we couldn't wear them, actually.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay, well, I'll sort you out with some scary masks downstairs. Okay, back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Ariel. And to Onset as well. A bit of scary music. I wasn't sure if that was in my head or not. Listen, a fantastic win for Reason. When you look at game 1, they won. So, I mean, and then they won game 2 and game 3. 3-0, nice and easy. They've obviously got somewhere to be, and didn't really give Envy much of a chance, did they?
Yeah, maybe they're off to some early Halloween party. That's the only thing I can think of, but that's just an incredible performance. We expected them to win, but that was something else. They really did just dominate game 1 and 2 and, you know, cleaned it up in game 3 as well. And I love that from them at the end on stage with Ariel, that they want to play against full strength Method. That's a team with confidence. They want to go and prove to everybody that they are the real deal. They're not just on a hot streak and about to fall off. They think they want to take on anybody right now.
Yeah, and that would give them confidence. When you feel like you're at your best, 4 wins in a row for them, you want to take on the best supposed team so that you know how good you are.
Absolutely. Well, for everyone right now, you kind of look at Method and you just go, that is the measuring stick. We've put Reason against every other team so far. Clearly, they are head over heels better. So we need someone new. We need something bigger to take them on. I mean, Ariel said that they weren't wearing any Halloween costumes. I don't know what she was watching because they were monsters on the pitch.
Oh, love it. Let's look at the goals from game 1. Great stuff again. I mean, Reason just dominated from start to finish.
Indeed, they've got to be careful, of course. The other side of that coin with the confidence is they do still have a very tough schedule. They've got to play against Prophecy. They've got to play against Method. So they've got the 4-0, but some tough matches coming up. I think they're going to face some tougher defense than Envy. Sorry, put up against them today. As some of these shots are just, you know, they are savable, but they're still going in because the quality is there. For Reason, Burrito B in particular, wow, what a performance he's had all season long. Definitely the player to watch at the moment. But they're going to face some much, I think, tougher defending against Method and Prophecy later on.
Indeed. Shogun, game 2 was just pretty much the same as Johnny Boy's highlighted there.
It's got to be so annoying if you're Envy, because usually when you have those large losses like 4-0, you can just say, okay, that's as bad as it's ever getting. We can turn this around. And within 6 seconds, they immediately concede. And it just kept becoming more and more difficult for them. There was no time for a mental reset because Reason were all over them, and you see just some incredible mechanics. I mean, we were talking earlier that maybe they're like just online warriors. No, they are not. They are full-fledged LAN boys, and they are putting up performances really worthy of the top flight teams.
A bit more of a test, though, in game 3, though, wasn't it?
I mean, it was going to be harder for them not to be tested a little bit more, and that's not me having a dig against Envy. It was straight up, the only way was down, considering how good Reason were playing, and even then, just finding angles on top of angles on top of angles.
Yeah, they're probably the team today, at least, that showed up the most at the far side of the field and, you know, made the best use of the space and tried to surprise the defense from coming from that blind spot. And that's how they're able to hit those for almost, it looks like they're just on an uncontested shot in the midfield, but they're taking it so early and so high, and they're hitting the ball so hard that Envy just didn't have any time to react, and they weren't able to read those infield passes, which we did hear about earlier in the little eye segment. If you didn't catch that, be sure to watch the earlier broadcast.
Indeed.
But yeah, we do have a lot to look forward to with Reason Gaming. They're a team who are not just winning, they're dominating right now.
Yeah, I mean, but let's look at that Envy team. You know, the lineup they had today, you know that waiting in the wings, they've got some world beaters.
Oh, yeah.
They have to, as they did in Season 1. Eventually, they will call upon them to come and compete, surely to make it into the playoffs.
For the time being, obviously, the main roster's kind of got its own problems to really sort of fight through.
Yeah.
That right now is not the time. And unfortunately for Envy, as much as they need that main roster, it's not an option for the time being. Maybe a couple of weeks down the line, but for the time being, we can talk about that main roster as much as we want, but this academy team needs to be able to perform if they want any chance, because otherwise we're going to sit Envy in the same position they were in last season, where we go, great, their main roster players have turned up, it's too late, they're already out.
Now, you indicated that some people may have missed the first 3 matches.
How dare they?
Of the, I know, exactly, Shogun, but I'm sure you're very busy and you had other stuff to do. But I tell you what, the thing is, they are not the only unbeaten team that is Reason that you've just seen. The other unbeaten team, a Prophecy, they were taking on Excel, and this is the highlights of Game 4.
Still in a great spot. but they don't want to give even a single point from this series to Excel. They want to shut them out completely points-wise. They've already failed with the sweep. I'm sure they'll be disappointed with that fact. These guys, although at the start of the season we would have called them underdogs, they absolutely consider themselves to be favorites in every matchup.
Oh, Sebadam, his first touch wasn't great, but there was no touch following it, so at the end of the day, over the last 5 seconds, his poor touch was still the best one. Start off this game, just so much chaos. All these teams trying to get something going for themselves. Ponex would love to try and follow that up, but instead it will be pushed into the corner. End-to-end gameplay to start us off. Nilskirk taps and backs down, recognizing that the first touch was just a little bit too heavy. One more end-to-end gameplay, though. Expect them to start calming themselves down, especially as the boost is starting to become just a little bit more of a finite resource.
It's a great dunk by Zen. Senses the hat-trick hero from last game. Will Excel be able to put him into that danger zone again? It was, in fact, Niels who was in the Zensa's zone right there. And the ball is going to lob, but it's going to be in. Mummy's still back on the scoreboard. We saw just a bit of a traffic jam from Excel, but good pass to himself by Mummy Snow, just beating Zensas to the punch.
And I love right there that he actually broke out of rotation now a little bit. He saw the 2 players back, realized, okay, I have an opportunity now to go and take this ball over, so cut across the entire field and took that ball and made it his own. Rather than just sort of, and you see a lot sometimes from pretty much every player we see on LAN where they sort of go and play as simple as they possibly can, not wanting to break out the rotation, but instead he had the confidence to do it.
Yeah, Mummy Snow is a player with a bit of a unique play style. This is a great position by him. He's going to be so disappointed with his shot because he set himself up for greatness with that wide position. Here he goes up again. He's just making the defense question whether or not he's going to hit that ball. Even if he does miss, it's still not easy to clear, as we can see. But it was a comeback from Excel from 2-1 down last game. They've shown that they are able to come back, but they're in a difficult spot. Demo from Ignite. It was crucial that Excel beat Ignite to that ball. He was coming in for a shot, which would have been impossible to save reactively.
Zensus got to put that one up high. Follow-up shot from
what a play.
He will not miss
What a
the
save.
Zensus. Incredible recovery. And now he needs the rest of his team to help him get this ball away because another shot comes in from Sebadam. And there is going to be Mummy Snow. You saw him coming in from the wrong side. It's going to be pressure is given up as Ignite. You know he can hit them often, but he couldn't hit it that time around. Prophecy still tapping away at the goal. Can they find a way through? No, still not. Excel continue to hold on.
Oh my goodness, it was real trouble, and it still is as Sebadam gets a pump onto an Excel defender. Excel need Zensas to keep up this performance because right now he is doing so well. He has been their star player all over the field today. But is that going to be enough as Prophecy pile on the pressure? They're not sitting on this 1-0 lead. They've not parked the bus. They've taken that bus right up the field, and they're just ramming it right into Excel.
And breathe. Finally out their half. And start thinking about it yet again because they are immediately back into the offense. Prophecy. I love this strategy from them right now because we talk about how much they're aiming for that second goal. They haven't got the rotation wrong once so far. And look at the timer already. 1 minute and 45 remaining, and they haven't even let Excel take a little whiff at their goal.
Finally, Excel are starting to gain some territory, and this is a shot opportunity. Niels just gets beaten to it, though, by Ignite. It's Zensas again. He's just putting that ball back into the danger area. I think he just needs a little bit of help from Niels or Pondex. Because if we do see Zensas in the middle, he's scored every single time he's been there. There he is again! This time it does get saved. But it has been Zensas. He looks like the player with the most purpose on Excel in front of goal.
And Prophecy, there are 2 players turned exactly side on. Their best hope was just to jump and maybe believe that the ball would hit them.
Oh, it's
and
another open
now
net.
Ignite takes a shot at the net, but Nilskirk is there just in time. Excel holding on to this series with all they can.
1 minute.
But they need to get themselves out of this half as quickly as they possibly can. There's going to be a tap up there from Ignite. Oh. The final defender, 7M.
Oh,
off the crossbar.
Beautiful. As the Dabbing Reaper makes his first appearance for Sebadam. I Ignite.
Take about a wave.
Did Gregan did it?
He's look at him.
Oh, I didn't see him. That was
so happy.
It was to my left, so I had no idea.
Oh, you've got no idea what
I have no peripheral vision on that side. But Gregan is very happy to see that. He's saying, look guys, that's what I'm dressed up as.
Oh yeah, by the way, Gregan's here as a Dabbing Reaper.
Did he not tell anybody that?
No, I'm just,
No?
for everyone else that maybe didn't hear it, you need to know, otherwise you're just not going to get it.
It just looked at times it looks like he's just wearing a hoodie. The little,
It does, doesn't it?
The little painted on.
Most street I've ever seen him.
Yeah, he's got a lot of credibility right now. But those, I know the little glow-in-the-dark paint strips that he's got on, they look like Adidas stripes to me.
Well, speaking of which, Excel needs to get himself something and needs to get it now, otherwise their series will be dead. Only 15 seconds remaining, and it is still, yet again, as the story of this entire match has been, stuck in their half.
And are they about to drop their second series of the Elite Series Season 2 before they even play against Method? It looks likely. Can Prophecy ground it? They get some help in doing so, and Excel have fallen again.
So there you have it then. That just shows, I was just bouncing on my seat, just the fact that Prophecy got that win. Looking very, very good. That was against Excel, Game 4 from earlier on in the day. If you missed some of the action, you'll be able to see it later on. The thing is, I've got to look at this lineup because unbeaten Prophecy, unbeaten Reason. They play each other in 2 weeks' time. It's going to be a fantastic contest, and you know that Reason, their next match is going to be against Epsilon. Difficult contest, that one. We've seen how good Data and Flaki are. And then Prophecy Infused. So they should potentially keep those winning runs going.
It's an interesting one, because we see both of the teams who are right now 4-0 in the standings going up against both of the teams who are 0-4 in the standings. And like you say, there's no easy series in the Elite Series this season. All the teams that we thought were going to be at the top are struggling a bit further down, and we've got Reason and Prophecy who are dominating. We did not expect that. And we see Infused at the bottom of the table. Nobody expected that. So there really is no free wins anymore. Everybody's going to be putting up a good fight. But that being said, I do think that when these two teams, Reason and Prophecy, match up in Week 6, they will still have their winning records under their belts.
OK, I like that. So they're both going to have their winning records. Now, I'm going to ask you two gentlemen, Shogun first.
Yes.
Someone has to lose their unbeaten run when they play each other in 2 weeks' time.
Oh, God, you're going to ask me this one.
I'm going to ask you to look inside that crystal ball 2 weeks from now and say, at the end of the Saturday, about 2 o'clock, we will know who's lost their winning record. So is it going to be Prophecy or is it going to be Reason, and why?
OK, so let me just look into that crystal ball that vampires apparently have.
I didn't pick up on that either. That's
yeah.
I'm going to go with Prophecy for that one. And that is a really tough call for me, but I feel like this Prophecy roster is more well-proven across the entirety of the scene, whilst Reason is a new dog, really. We haven't really seen them prove themselves as much. So that's going to be me more like making a deal with the devil I know.
OK.
I'm playing it safe, Johnny.
I can hear you there.
He's played it safe. Are you going to walk the plank on this one, or are you going to...
I'm going to go against you, but this, don't get me wrong, guys. There's plenty of casters in Rocket League who will just go against their co-analyst just for the sake of doing so, and that is not why I'm doing this. I just believe in Reason, especially after today's performance. They've convinced me.
See, that's a real analyst right there. I'm not going to go against you because I want to be different. I'm going to go against you because I have a good reason to.
I believe.
Yes.
I have reason to believe.
Nice. I like it, and I like this sort of minor arguing. I look forward to it in 2 weeks' time. Now, currently, Ariel is sat with some very well-dressed punters from the Gfinity arena.
Very scary punters indeed. And Dracula here on my right-hand side has got some words for you. Dracula, what did you think about Tom's outfit? Is it terrifying?
No.
No. She thinks your outfit's pants. You need to up your game, Tom. Who are you here for today? Who are you rooting for?
I'm rooting for Prophecy.
Prophecy. Oh, well, they did quite well today, didn't they? Over here on my left-hand side, I've got a Skull Warrior who likes a snapback.
Hello.
Well, what have you thought of today's action, then?
Oh, it was actually pretty good, to be honest, for a first time.
Yeah. Who do you think was the outstanding team today?
I actually can't choose.
You can't choose?
No.
Who would you like to win the league?
Reason.
Reason. Everyone's liking Reason there. Now, I've got Wonder Woman here behind me. Have you enjoyed today?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whose outfit has been your favourite or most horrifying?
Mine.
Mine. Thank you very much. And Conehead, just in the corner here. You love all the Rocket League action. Have you enjoyed today's day?
Yeah, this day was completely great. Yeah.
It's been a lot of upset, hasn't there? And it's all changed.
Yeah, I'm really surprised with the amount of upsets that happened today. Like, damn, wow.
Gotta love a conehead. Back to you guys, Tom, in the studio.
Thank you very much, Ariel. Completely great is indeed how I describe today. This is how it now stands after a full day of Rocket League. Prophecy at the top with Reason, and then right down at the bottom, Team Infused still without a point. And then there's Epsilon as well. So, tell you what, oh, that was right in my ear. No one could see that. Oh, that's scary. Anyway, did you have a good day, Ariel?
I've had a wonderful day.
Great day, Johnny boy?
Oh, phenomenal.
I love that you just got dissed by Dracula.
Yeah, I know, and probably I'll get dissed again by my main man here as well. Yeah? Okay, all right. Well, listen, guys, look forward to it. If you've enjoyed it, then you know where you can catch some more Rocket League. It'll be next week. Enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you've enjoyed our Halloween, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your Halloweens, and all the best for the rest of the week. You're weirding me out with your face sometimes. You're smiling.
Oh,
That's been great fun. Bye.
Creeping up behind it. See you later.
Halloween.
Ladies and gentlemen, get yourselves hyped, get yourselves ready. 3, 2, 1, let's go! Burrito B's gonna have an opportunity, just pops it over the player. And here comes Burrito B. What a finish right into the top corner from Burrito B.